everybody. Saying hi to my cat, Cyrano. This is Monday, August 29th, and it's Ginger's Rant Show, and, kind of a nice 75 degrees. It's not too bad, really. It's comfortable. More than anything, it's not too hot, not too cold, it's comfortable. I hope to see you guys soon. When you come in. Okay, here is part of my announcement. Here is my new link to my new store. It's just been revamped. It's just been revamped, and I hope you like it. I really do. I'm going to be doing some more additions to it and everything, and just check it out. And there's some of the stuff. It's been cleaned up. It's been spaced. It's a little bit more easy to use and see. It's not so cluttered or anything. So, anyway, check it out. Anyway, on with my views here. There's some stuff that's happened. Today was supposed to be the Artemis rocket launch. The NASA SLS / Boeing / SpaceX rocket was supposed to launch today. Well, in the middle of all the loading the fuel and checking everything out, they discovered that number 3 engine was not cooperating. It was not cooling down as it was supposed to. And so they were having problems with it. And let's put it this way, it was being very, very stubborn. So, hi Nancy. So anyway, they're going to do the another attempt at launching it on Friday, September 2nd. This unmanned mission, it will take the rocket a good month to get over to the moon. Circle the moon and then come back. And the information they're picking up on it, the instruments they'll be picking up will splash down, and that way they can retrieve all the information on it. So we'll see on that one how that goes, and we hope they get the problem fixed on number 3 engine. All the other engines were fine. They were doing what it's supposed to do. But number 3 was just being stubborn. On top of all that, they had lightning issues down there. This is in Florida, Canaveral, Florida. They were having weather issues. They had lightning strikes last night. There were like 5 lightning strikes around the rocket. But they do have anti-lightning poles up there to prevent that. So, anyway, so September 2nd is going to launch. This time it's going to be midday. I think it'll be like 12:33 Eastern Standard Time, so it'll be like 9 o'clock my time, and whatever time zone you fall in. So, next part of the news here, I saw an article, I don't know who posted it, I forgot, I should write, but I'm going to do it next time is refer what article it came from, or what news source this came from, easier to, that way you could look at yourself. He who shall not, I wish in many ways, he who shall not be named, you know who he is. Those that don't know, that particular code word is Trump. But anyway, he who shall not be named, I just wish they would just indict him, throw him in jail, put him in solitary, and put him through a trial, convict him, and then throw him in prison and put him in solitary in prison. Or the general population, and make him work his tail off doing menial jobs. I'll bet you 2 to 1 if that happened, he who shall not be named would not be able to handle it because he wouldn't know what to do. Okay? Unless he's a real germophobic, he's going to have a lot of problems. He's got to work through a lot of stuff. So, anyway, he put out a statement saying that he demands a new election, and if they don't do a new election, they need to reinstate him as president right now. Well, that's not how it works. He who shall not be named. That's not how it works. And it's not going to happen. You're going to be ignored. And the only thing you're going to be dealing with right now is your legal issues. And you need to be working on that. You're just throwing hissy fits. And people don't like toddlers. No, it's bratty toddlers. No offense to the regular bratty toddlers. It's this one. This is an adult. And you think he would know better, but he doesn't. Big one want to tear their hair out, just out of frustration more than anything. And he should be told to his face that it doesn't work that way, and stop throwing hissy fits. And stop acting like a child and grow up. He needs to be told that to his face. If he wants to be president, he could be a president in his own jail cell. And I'll bet you 2 to 1 the inmates of that prison, whatever prison he goes to, are going to ignore him or saying, well, you're not going to be president of this prison. That's not how it works here. And he would find it very quickly that the prison system or the prisons have their own little world, and they have their own setup and their own code of conduct the prisoners do. It depends on whether it's light, medium, or heavy security prison. So I hope they send him to a heavy security, maximum security prison. I really do. So anyway, people like that, they should be ignored and not given a chance to acknowledge ever. I'm going to take this pinned comment off. There we go. For some reason, it's not working very well. So, when you have trolls, when you have Karens, so quote-unquote Karens, or people that don't have anything more better to do, they should be ignored and not given the attention they seek more than anything. When you have media and everything else, they're putting out information. That's a different story. They're putting out information. If a person doesn't like a law or doesn't like that rule or whatever, seek to change it. But also that person should do some homework too. You know, like if I don't know something, I look it up. And it's called doing research on anything. Oh, and especially the other day when I discussed with my friend regarding this banned books thing. It's stupid. Really stupid. You don't ban books. If people see a book and they complain about, then don't read the book. But there's a reverse psychology to that. They go, well, why it's banned? And they say, well, this is some of the information we don't want you to know, that type thing. Well, guess what? That person's going to go and read it. And they're going to tell that other person trying to ban that book, like, you're crazy. There's nothing wrong with this book. And you have the classics. I like to see the classics read. I really do. Some really good ones. Sure, it's like past history, but it shows what the mindset was back in the past. You know, laws, the social norms, everything back in the past. And we know those things are wrong, but we could correct it for the future, not let it repeat itself. That's my thinking on that. Now, also this week, kids will be starting back to school, unless a good majority of them have already in this country. This week, this coming Wednesday, Bethel School District, not Bethel, but Clover Park, here in Lakewood, Clover Park School District, the grade school, junior high, and high school will be starting school this coming Wednesday. The following week, after Labor Day, which is after next weekend, the kindergartners will be starting school. I don't know why they started school before Labor Day. I really don't. They need to change it where it should be after Labor Day. One day after Labor Day it should start, and then end just prior to Memorial Day weekend. And stop this 180-day crap. Because you're going to lose some days due to disasters, due to storms, like snowstorms, severe snowstorms, which we do get here occasionally, because it makes getting around pretty dicey. Especially those that live in the foothills here. Up here like Eatonville and parts of Puyallup. When it gets heavy snow there and you get snow and ice, traveling it becomes really hazardous on the road, especially the school buses. And now all school buses can't handle the hills all that well. And some of the streets. So, you know, you've got a lot of weight and you don't get much traction. But I do wish the kids luck this year and hope they were able to get back on track. Now, there's another thing that's going on in the school district, some around the country and some around here. Some of the teachers choose to go on strike just before school starts. Well, I'm sorry, but if they want to negotiate something, then they should do it in the summer, do it just way before school starts, and have an arbitrator there, and not do the strike just before school starts or just as school starts. Because you're not being fair to the kids. People are still trying to get caught up after COVID, after the shutdown and COVID for the last 2 years. They're trying to get caught up, and a lot of the kids want to get back to school, back to the physical setting for school, so they can learn. And it's still the same old problem. And yes, I know teachers need to be paid more. I know that. They should be paid more. But it's really no excuse to start a strike just as school is starting. Because you're causing a lot of problems for the parents that have to make sure there's after-school care for the kids, especially the younger ones. High school, not so much, but the younger ones, like the middle age, or the middle school, and the grade school kids, and the kindergartners. You want somebody to take care of them afterwards, just so, until you get home from work, unless you work from home. Now, if you work from home, there may not be a problem, but still, that's kind of an inconvenience. It really is. Now, my next little thing here, of course, some of you know this. The regular season of the 2022 and 2023 NFL football season starts on September 8th. The teams now are gearing up for a tough schedule this year. My Seahawks will be playing against Denver on the 8th. 8th or 13th. I know they had to switch the schedules around some on some of the areas, so, but, so they're gearing up and getting things ready for the season. Many of the teams are. So I wish the teams luck and hope there's not going to be too many injuries. Also, there's some sad news. There's been shootings going on, and there's one Washington Commanders running back. He was shot in the leg on a carjacking, and so he's going to be out for a little while. So, hope they find the perpetrator and throw him in jail for assault with a deadly weapon, more than anything. Now, on the January 6th committee news, today a rioter who encountered Senator Schumer during that January 6th insurrection, of course, the security detail had to switch their route on a dime, basically, when they were getting Mr. Schumer to safety. This guy was going to go after Schumer. He's been sentenced to 4 years in prison. And he's part of the Proud Boys group, and apparently he's a poster boy for them. Anyway, 4 years and 7 months in prison, and then after release, he gets 3 years to provide release. And since it's a federal indictment and federal conviction, they could go, the law enforcement go anytime and check on his whereabouts and his things, supervise, make sure he stays out of trouble more than anything. And I'll bet you 2-1 with this, once he gets out, they're going to allow him to get with the Proud Boys again. I don't know. This is in Maryland, so we'll just wait and see, or, the Washington, D.C., Maryland proper, what happens there. If any, what kind of restrictions this guy will have. I would imagine he would have a lot of them, since he is he committed federal crime and caused a lot of problems. So anyway, he's going to be in the pokey for a while. Senator Schumer remembered seeing this guy, and he goes, nope, I'm not going to tangle with him. But what those guys did was wrong, was very wrong, and they should have never listened to Trump. You know full well, he who shall not be named has a nasty habit of throwing people under the bus and not take responsibility for his own actions. Well, I hope sooner or later he who shall not be named is thrown in prison. I really do. And the Trump followers had better start waking up. I really do. All this misinformation, all this same old tired talking points that they have, the so-called GOP party has, it doesn't work anymore. And you need to stop gaslighting. So, and you need to stop the evangelical and the so-called white nationalism and the so-called, thing on regarding churches and everything else. It's tiring. It's really tiring. And it's like, come on, people. This nation has never been a Christian nation. It wasn't established as such. All it was established for was to get away from persecution. Okay? If you go back and check your history, read your history as to why the Pilgrims came over here, because they were being persecuted by the Church of England. The Church of England back then, around the 1700s, did not want people to leave their denomination, or leave their denomination. And for whatever reason, the same thing's happening now over in Middle East and Islam. Islam is going after people that convert Christianity. Well, really, what's wrong with that? What are you afraid of? And I even made a statement in there saying, hey, this is unfair, this is wrong. You don't sit there and throw somebody in jail just because they converted to a different denomination or to a different religion. What business is it really of yours? You need to leave them alone. Leave them alone, let them live their lives, and stop being a bunch of bullies when you do that. And that's what the Islamic extremists are doing. They're being bullies. And they need to be slapped back, and they need to be slapped back hard. I'm really tired of bullies. I really am. And nobody likes being bullied. Well, the Proud Boys, when they pulled the stunt on January 6th, they're going to find themselves in the general population, and they're going to be bullied themselves. Because not everybody agrees with them. And I don't know if there's any other gangster relations going on in prisons. Probably there are. Depends on what level. Now, except for maximum security, majority of that is solitary cells, like the Supermax. That's solitary cells, where you have a Unabomber and everything else. They're in there by themselves, so they don't really have contact much with anybody. So, they're let outside for 12 hours a day or whatever. Every 23 hours they're let out for maybe 1 or 2 hours of exercise or whatever. Depends on how they have it set up. So anyway, you guys can watch this video, and I will also post it on my YouTube. I need more subscribers on my YouTube channel, and also also, once that happens, I will start setting up my merchandise on my YouTube channel. Right now, if you want anything for merchandise, go to my Ginger Store more and check it out. And you'll like the new clean setup, Nancy. You really will. Much better, much easier to see. And I'll be doing some more work on it today after I treat Cyrano. And Cyrano's getting better. His ear infection's clearing up. And my vet suggested that I switch to a fresher medication for his thyroid and see if it'll get his tummy to settle down. It's much better. He didn't throw up yesterday, so, which is good. See anything else? So anyway, we'll just keep an eye on the news and everything else, all that's going on, and oh, and I'll be going through Printable and you get this. This is like $9, $10 in Printable on the drop shipping. So I'll be putting those out today too. You know, for like stationery and whatever. So, they have backpacks too. If you have backpacks or a fanny pack or anything you need, just go and check it out. I went through on my website, my store website, I went through Design Slick. For a very low price, they redesigned my store. And then I get lifetime support with it. So if there's a problem with the website, they can fix it for me. And they won't charge me extra for it. Which is kind of cool, kind of nice, kind of nice to have a little bit of a backup. Right now they're extremely busy, but I think it's kind of neat. And I'm very, very happy with the turnout and everything with it. So, anyway, I will see you on Wednesday at 1 o'clock. Let's see, do I have anything going on Wednesday? Hold on a second. Let me check my schedule here real quick. Nope. I'm good. I'm good. I'm all clear for Wednesday, so I'll be doing my rant on Wednesday. So, anyway, I miss all the other guys. They're probably busy handling all kinds of stuff that's going on. I know there's been some electrical storms that have been popping around. So, anyway, take care. Hugs. And I love you all. And I'll see you on Wednesday at 1 o'clock. So be sure to insist, persist, share, and vote. Be sure to vote in the general election, too. Okay? Take care. Love you. Bye-bye.